Hey yo everyone, how you doing? Hello to all the peoples saying hi. Hello. So how was everybody's weekend? I have to find my folder. There it is.
I got sunburned. There's that.
Well, why did you do that, Matt?
Well, because the thing about me is I don't like hats, but I like the sun.
In
And
funny
I know
news,
what you're thinking, sunscreen, but I don't own any.
In funny news, though, your rival specifically this morning messaged me that she managed to tan without burning. So I mean, guess that's one win on for her in the column.
No. Look, give it another day and this will be a tan. I tan. All right.
But you burned first.
I burned first, and then it transitions into tan. I just need a quick little burn.
All right, I'll give you half a point. She gets a full point, though.
I just burn.
I'll be coming for her point.
Bella's like,
I don't go out in the sun because I burn.
That's fair. My sister, who is peachy pink undertones, also just burns. Yes, I'm got. How many people went to the Storytellers Hearth weekend relay? Also, something I call the shower.
Yeah, I wasn't able to make it, unfortunately.
Me neither.
That's all right. Matt, how dare you, though?
Yeah, no, I was waiting for that. I was like, I'm not going to get forgiveness for that. I
We've
know.
been friends too long. You're past the point.
I'm sorry. I needed my rest.
It's okay.
Same. I just finished up school. Like, finished.
Oh, congratulations.
So I was, like, dead tired this weekend. I slept almost all day on Sunday.
Yep. That post-school vibe is just a bed.
Yeah.
Kelly was there supporting the weekend relay. I was about to say write-a-thon. Oh, excuse me. I almost finished my outline this weekend.
Ooh.
I'm looking to finish it today. Technically, what I'm doing now is I'm just going through and reading my outline to see if I have like all of the chapters, no holes in anything. Because before I was working specifically on fight scenes. And now that I have the fight scenes, I have all the context of the outline so I can double check the pacing and everything. So far, I haven't needed to add any chapters. The like little blue spots that were just like, do we need a scene or something here? I don't know. Because Past Sam is a bitch sometimes. So far, I've just needed a couple transition paragraphs. So those are outlined. JK coming in, saying hi to everybody. Hello. So I'm hoping to finish my outline tonight. That is my goal.
Nice.
I was able to get almost 1,000 words done on my novel yesterday.
Ooh,
nice.
Awesome.
It was the first time I touched it in like weeks.
Yeah.
Because of like school and stuff. But that was my write-a-thon, honestly. But I was finally able to like actually like get back into it, and so I'm pretty excited to just get going on it.
Has anybody in the chat participated or are you participating in the 24-hour Twitter thing? Because I know over the weekend I saw a bunch of people participating in that. For context, for at least Matt, I don't know if you know what it is. But Twitter had an event going on where people tried to write a novel in 24 hours.
Oof.
And some people like broke it up so that it was 12 hours one day, 12 hours another day. Other people broke it up to where it was 8 hours Friday, 8 Saturday, and 8 Sunday. So, and like some people, they had like big word count goals, but not necessarily a whole hour. But I know that Nia Vixen of Fiction, she did 10K, but she did the 10K in, what was it? I think 8 hours? And she had meant to do 15 and 12. Whatever the math was, if she had been able to do that final third of the writing time, she would have hit that word goal easily.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Hi. Mimi was participating it. Split it 12-12, and this stream will be Mimi's final hour. The final countdown.
So the idea is to write like you said an entire novel in 24 hours?
I think so. Mimi, can you confirm that is like the premise?
I know what like my manuscript is a ton of words, but I'm just thinking like
well, let's see.
Oh, no. I couldn't do that.
Yeah, no, it's taken me like a year to get to this point.
So, for clarity, though, if we're going with a 40,000 words, which is what is defined as a novel, I don't know what the Twitter thing, because like Nano defines a novel as 60,000, so I don't know what Twitter defines a novel as. But if we're just going with the 40,000 in 24 hours, that's actually like only 1,667 words in an hour. So, depending on your writing speed, it's actually more doable than one.
Wait, how many words in an hour?
1,667.
Oh, yeah.
So like less than 2. So if you're looking at that, then it's doable.
But I'm looking at my 120,000 word manuscript and going like, no, that wouldn't happen. Because I was while you were talking, I was doing the math on that one. And it was 5,000 words an hour, which is 87 point something words a minute, and I don't even think I can type that fast.
Hazelnut said some people did 30K. Yes. Okay, so the 24 hours was going with 50K, which would be 2,084. So still doable, depending on your typing and writing speed.
Not mine.
I was gonna say not doable for me.
I like how I'm like, yeah, I could totally do that.
Like even if like I was just writing nonsense words, like it wasn't a coherent story, and I was just jibber jabber.
I would treat it like a brain dump. If I would really treat it like a brain dump and just write whatever I wanted.
I feel like if I was drafting and I had that time child free, I could do it breaking it up 888. Which I say 888 because, you know, I have chronic migraines and I never know when that brain fog is gonna kick in.
But, yeah, that's another issue with me. I live at home with my family, and it's like noise and chaos almost 24 hours a day.
Yeah, I feel that.
So I don't know if I can focus enough.
Yeah, it's basically Nano, but in one day. But I will also say, everybody I saw participating in the 24-hour thing, I was very proud of them because they were like, I don't think anybody reached the goal, but like they had lower personal goals, or they were still like, well, I managed to get this much done, and everyone was so supportive. They were like, yeah, like you did great and stuff. So even though like I didn't see anybody, you know, getting 50K in 24 hours, it was still like a ton of progress on their writing. So
yeah,
I love
anytime you can
everything surrounding it.
Anytime you can laser focus in like that is
I would have joined in on the challenge, but it was Father's Day weekend, and Friday I had plans with my dad, and then Sunday I had plans with my baby daddy, so there was no time for Sam to attempt it. Oh yeah, brain dumping is so much easier. Not me waving to you. I feel the wave in my soul, Jason.
Yeah, it was in here. That's where the wave was.
We love seeing people subscribe to each other. We feel it in our soul, Nadia. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah.
All right, so we are 10 minutes in. That's not my task list. Sorry, I opened my Mila note and it's just my outline, and I'm like, that's not Sam's intro checklist.
That's not it.
That's not what I wanted. Not the right page.
I've also got it like zoomed in at 70% because I was like reading like this morning. But let's go ahead and have everybody introduce themselves. Bella, you go ahead, go first.
Okay, so hi all, my name's Bella Rivea. I'm an aspiring author working on my fantasy romance novel, temporarily titled Alina. I have a YouTube channel linked in below where I talk about like writer tips, mainly about where I've gotten in the writing process. So basically up until draft 1. And I am working on like revamping all of my social medias and stuff. So click the links below if you want to be updated on all my videos.
And I am Matt Hollon. I am a dark fantasy author working on my debut dark fantasy novel. I am also the author of The White Harvester, which is a pirate short story featured in Sasha Black's The Rebel Diaries anthology alongside 12 other fantastic short stories. It's available for purchase on Amazon and all those other book purchasing sites. There's a link to that hanging out down there. If you check out those links, you'll also see a link to my Twitter and Instagram, and as well my TikTok, which is I've not posted on in a while. I need to get back to making some TikToks because those were fun. And then, of course, you can find me here generally 2 times a month. This month only once, though, because I'm not a barista anymore, and I started a new job, and I needed the rest.
Matt's TikToks are a wild ride. You're like, is he being a drama llama today? Is he talking about writer things?
It's rarely writer things. It's usually me complaining.
And hi, I'm Writing Mom Samantha L. Nassett. This is my channel where I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer-parent things. If you would like to check out samples of my writing, you can go to my website, samanthallnassett.com, where I have samples of my writing, a spooky flash fiction or a villainous murder short story. And while you're there, you can keep up to date with all things Sam by signing up to my newsletter. If you have a good time here and you like what we're doing, you can like, subscribe, ring-a-ding that bell. And newly, I am hosting a writing group through my Ko-fi, linked down below.
Give Sam money.
It's through the $1 membership tier. We hang out. We do work and chills where we sit and call and work like almost daily now. And we do a lot of watch parties. So many watch parties. So yeah, just having a good time. So what is everybody working on today? I briefly said that today I will be working on my outline. The outline is for a shifter pit fighter story where a jaguar shifter is going to try to help this uptown socialite not be murdered and maybe romance her along the way.
I'm so excited for this book. I've literally been waiting for it. I think I joined when you started with the idea of this book.
I think so, yeah.
Nice.
It was like last October, I think I started diving into this idea.
To the surprise of probably no one, I'm going to be prepping a D&D session. And since I'm 99% sure none of my party is watching right now, I'll say that it's the session where I'm going to be introducing the main villain, the big old bad guy. And so that's going to be really exciting. But it's pretty much already written, so I'll probably just spend the first sprint on that and pull out something else.
Ty loves your random TikToks.
Thank you. The creative well has been really dry lately, so I've had no new TikTok ideas. Yeah.
Maybe you should come to work and chills. You might get inspired.
I'm at work, Sam.
Oh, you and your day job.
I know. It's ruining my life.
I'm gonna try to work on the outline of my novel. Try to get some more words in for that. If I'm not feeling too motivated with that, I'm gonna work on some products for my Etsy shop.
Ooh, nice.
So I'll be productive either way.
Yes, good. I'm trying to find where we are. For those who didn't see, Tina, linking all the things.
Thank you, Tina.
Mimi is adding a scene for her dark fantasy false saint novel, Shadows Like Mountains.
Ooh, sounds awesome.
Gay Raven is going to be staring at the words and hoping more appear. Let me know
if you just slap on the keys, more will appear.
If you have a cat, they'll get a couple of words in there.
Yeah, just some clicky clack.
Although I want to know if the just staring and words appear works, because I have tried that for years and I haven't got it to work yet.
One way to make more words is when a mommy word and a daddy word love each other.
Can we get compound words? Tina said, I'm hoping to finish off the final panels of When Mystery Treats launch batch. So excited. Oh, yeah. And then there's the hellos. Stupid day job paying bills and such.
I know. If I didn't have to pay rent, I would be unstoppable.
I need to get one. But I'm like, I'm going to start looking in like a week from now. I'm giving myself like 5 days of rest.
That's fair. Fox said, Matt implying you're only in work and chill during work hours and not the reality of 20 hours a day. That's fair. We have also, oh my gosh, so work and chill, like from I think 11 p.m. until 2 in the morning was me, Tina, and Mimi. And then Tina got a day job, and Mimi and I are like, we lost one of the late night crew. What are we going to do?
I'll be joining soon. You're fine. You'll get another one.
We'll just have to have a day crew and a late night crew. Which, and of course, have overlap.
Yeah, first shift, second shift, third shift.
There's just always someone in work and chill.
Yeah.
I will be doing a read through of a short story I wrote, then back to my debut. Nice. The words appear in my mind, but they look wrong on the page. I'm probably going to write the backstory for my next D&D character. Definitely not yet another gay tiefling world. Hey, we love typecasting. See, Tina also misses us. What she do? Definitely need a day crew. Do it. Well,
if I ever get a private office,
I have a monthly critique group. The monthly critique group was supposed to be like the draw for people to be willing to pay that $1. But if work and chill is the draw, let's do it. I'll devote 2 hours at least every day that I don't already. Hello, how you doing? I will set us up a timer so that we will be prepared, but we're not sprinting it. Because for those who are new, I am more akin to the social streams than the productivity streams from the Storytellers Hearth. I know every Monday after the shower weekend, I get some new people in from that.
You said be prepared, and just immediately I'm thinking Lion King. Like, it's in there. It's not leaving for the rest of the night. Speaking of songs, I need to show off my sweatshirt that one of my friends got me a few months ago, but this is my first time wearing it on a stream. So it has a frog on a mushroom, and it says, "Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul."
I want to get lost in that rock and roll.
The reason for that is because, so one of my barista friends got this for me, and it's because every shift from about December to May, at one point I would have that song stuck in my head, and I'd be making a latte going, "Give me the beat, boys, and free my soul." And so they got it for me on a sweatshirt with a frog on a mushroom.
Nice.
And I love this sweatshirt with my whole heart.
And yes, Ty, I'm dual casting between Twitch and OobTube. I really should do work and chill one of these days. You should. We welcome all the peoples. I'm going to be doing the Ko-Fi stuff starting next month when I get more spending paper. Yeah.
Yeah, you don't even have to talk during the work and chills. You could just like type in the chat that's there and just like listen to the rambling of the people that are in there.
Yes, we welcome and support lurkers 100%. Fox sometimes sits in. He doesn't even type in chat. He's just there. He messages me, but I'll be working on my Little Mermaid retelling. It's called Dearest Sea. Ooh, I like that. I just got done cleaning 90% of my apartment, so I need a little break before I tackle dishes and laundry. Oh, I feel that. Dishes and laundry are like 90% of my daily task. Housework, that is. And now that song will never leave my head.
What an earworm of a song. It like you hear it, it's there for a while.
Really? I hate me telling the same joke. Sometimes.
I like the idea of it being in a row. Like you just finish the joke and start it again.
Just gets off track, doesn't remember where you are, starts over. Yeah, see, Great Friends by Other Friends sweatshirts.
Straight up.
I'm back, PayPal Gaming Clutch. Oh,
PayPal!
I would also fulfill my lecture talent if I could count on a respectable audience, but unfortunately we live in the 21st century. Sometimes we lecture and work and chill, especially if like one of us goes, like if one of us, if there is a time when one of our like TED Talk buttons is hit, you'll just hear the same person for like 10-15 minutes just talking about thing and everybody else going
Everyone else engaging in active listening, but they can't see your eye contact, so they have to say I hate being on the phone with someone that's like been talking for a while because I have to be like, yeah, I'm listening. I am listening, but I can't show you, so I have to say it.
Fox says that you need a new photo shoot thing, and he goes, "Whoops, I deleted the previous photos."
Wait, me?
Fox is saying, he was like, I guess Matt needs a new photo shoot with Frog on a mushroom. Whoops, I deleted the previous photos.
Oh, with Frog on a mushroom.
Although at first I misread it and thought that like he wanted to Photoshop you as a frog on a mushroom, and so I was like, do you need his
I'm down with that. I'm down with that if you want to make me a frog on a mushroom. I wish I was a frog on a mushroom.
So, this stream is a writing stream, so we are going to, in a couple minutes, start a writing sprint, and there will be sprinting and hanging out, talking about our projects, and more sprinting. I do 3 sprints, a 30-minute, and then 2 20 minutes. They truly put on their listening ears. I have a clip of Matt, CV, and Cody. Like, we're all on a stream together, and I'm like, it's time to put on our listening ears, and all 3 of them at the same time mime putting
I recently saw that. It's
such a good clip.
My god.
It looked so scripted. But
it did.
Unplanned, we're all just the same kind of stupid.
It's not stupid, it's trained by the US education system. Me about Greek mythology, Sam about Sailor Moon. Yeah, those are some of them. Twitch tip money. Frog on a mushroom is a vibe. When was that? It was sometime last year.
I was going to say, it was like a year ago. I was living with my parents at the time, so it was...
Yeah.
It was a year ago at least.
But I have the clip because Jesse sent it to me. But so I'll find it and I'll figure out somewhere to post it so that it's easily shareable for everybody. As far as what I write about, all right. Everybody can answer this.
Yep.
You two, go ahead and answer while I start the screen share.
I mainly do lighthearted fantasy romance stories. I try to keep it like around the new adult age range, so not too childish, but like not too adult either.
Matilda.
And I write adult dark fantasy. My story, The White Harvester, is a pirate dark fantasy short story. And yeah, you can generally go for a fun adventure vibe with some, in true dark fantasy fashion, some horror elements sprinkled in.
I write so many various different genres, but right now I'm writing a paranormal fantasy about a a jaguar shifter whom is going to keep an uptown socialite from being murdered, and there is a romance along the way. I actually, because I had been so focused on the fight research for so long and writing the fight scenes, I was like, oh my god, do I have enough romance? I don't even remember how these two are as a couple. And I started reading my outline, and I'm like, oh my god, these two are so fucking adorable. So I'm very excited about it. My favorite scene at the moment that I wrote, well, the outline for, is they have to like go to this hotel, and Moxie's all like, oh no, there's only one bed, whatever will we do? Oh, you don't have to sleep on the floor, we can share. And Richie's just like, there's 2 beds. She's like, there are 2 beds, but I wouldn't mind if a muscle bound beauty like pushed them together. I love these 2. But yes.
Yeah.
So Matt, would you like to I just see Tina down here. All right.
I would
Matt,
love to count us down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hello. We're back. How did it
return?
How did your spring
go? It went okay. I was texting one of my party members because we're working on home brewing a feat for her. And I think it's going to be that she's going to be able to ride her polar bear. And get
Did you say her polar or her volabear?
Polar. She's a ranger and her animal companion is a polar bear.
Fair enough.
So I think I'm going to let her ride it and get some benefits from being aboard her bear.
To be fair, Volabear is a character from League of Legends, and he's also a polar bear, so would have been a polar bear either way.
Yeah, no, I see the confusion.
I only got about 150 words because I'm trying to figure out, like, I'm in the final fight scene, and I'm not good at fights very much.
Fair.
So I'm trying to figure it out, and it's not just like punches; it's like magic. So
yeah,
those are my favorite.
It's always tricky.
It's I love it, but like it's so difficult.
This is what I don't know if this will help you or not, but what I do for fight scenes, magic or otherwise, is I outline them like blow by blow, and then once I have like the very mechanical, boring blow by blow, I then like look at it and I'm like, okay, what do I need to readers to know what happened and what just happens in the background, and that helps me. So
my method
I don't know if that'll help or not.
Comes from sports, so don't know if that's applicable. But if you're watching a sports game, there's two commentators. One does play-by-play, one does color commentary. The play-by-play guy is just the one that's telling you, what's happened. It's the out. Yeah, no, I was gonna say it's very similar to what you do. Play-by-play gives you the beats. Color commentary adds in the flair. That's your adjectives and all that stuff, and fills in the blanks between the play-by-play. So yeah, I just treat all my fight scenes like it's a sports broadcast.
Fair. Tina says that she writes gay adult romance comics. She's got one contemporary coming up and a Greek myth-inspired fantasy in the works. Is there also a philosophy behind your work, or is it just l'art pour l'art? I don't hope so for Tolstoy. I write for entertainment. I write fiction, and I write to entertain people.
Yeah.
And to make them cry. I mean, feel and enjoy things.
Yeah. I feel like I'm of the belief that first and foremost a story should be fun and enjoyable to experience.
I don't need you to have a good time. I just need you to cry. I mean, feel something.
Right, but you're going to have a good time if you're crying.
I don't know if we define good time.
You're crying,
but I got what
you're crying because you had a good time, and it led to tears.
Bella,
you wouldn't cry if you weren't having a good time before.
I just like I just like harping on the main character and throwing as much shit at them as I can, just like over and over again. It's kind of like what I do.
We love to see it.
So like whatever you feel when that happens, that's fine. Like they're gonna win in the end, but like how?
We just want to puppet your emotions. We don't care what they are. Tina's mildly regretting the decision to make one mystery treat set in a diner. She's drawn the booth seat so many times, it does not get any easier.
But a diner's a really fun setting.
The booths look fun. I spent the first half of our sprint doing this. So it's the clip that I was talking about.
Oh, the listening ears one?
Mm-hmm. Oh, nice.
Which will also, you can watch it and then it takes you to the thing. Oh my god, Hulu. My husband was like, "Can you like add the TV or like give me the Hulu password?" And I'm like, I'm trying. It's being a dick. Tina, diner setting is what gives it the vibe.
Yeah, diner is a very vibey setting that I'm here for.
The vibe currently is Tina realized she forgot to draw the booths and considering going F it and making them blurry blobs. I'm glad. I'm very glad. I learned how to clip videos in 10 minutes. Hi. Hello. Give me the beat, boys, and free my
soul. What I'm here for.
Stuck in my head. Good thing I happen to like it.
I've done it to everyone I've ever met. Got that song stuck in their head.
I'm so close to finishing panel 1/3. Those goddamn booths. You know that one of your nitpickers will point out that the booths are missing.
Well, you know those booths are...
That's an interesting version of me, Matt. Because I was referring to me.
No. The other one.
Oh, so Fox. So that's who.
No.
There's no winning here.
No.
No matter who I point out.
Oh no, I think.
No, okay, so Tina's doing a webcomic, so she doesn't like have alpha or beta readers per se. But before like a proofing stage, we have named it the nitpick stage, and it's where me and some other people who are in her nitpick crew go through and look for like the little things that may have been missed and all of that. So I was specifically like I was under the table being like, I will notice the missing boots, bitch. But then
I chimed in.
Yeah. I'm trying to decide may just free write or read. Fun. That do sound good. Because novel pad subtracts everything I deleted like 5,000. It still tells me my word count is 0 despite a whole ass scene I had it. I'm sorry.
Liars.
The revision process.
In the red.
Figured out how to get my next planting of pepper seeds to go better than the last one and started filling out logs for my next round of plantings. Awesome.
Almost all of my herbs are still alive since I planted.
Almost all of them?
Which ones should we hold a funeral for?
Basil. Pour one out for basil.
229. My favorite pastime, the sports game. Sports game with the sports ball. Hello, I joined in with 3 minutes left during the sprint. I got 2 sentences written for my novel, though. That's 2 more sentences than you had before. And almost a sentence a minute. Here's a tip for the fight scene. Think of a movie you like with the kind of fight scenes you want and find the script for that movie to see how they describe the fight scene. Ooh. That's a new one. I'll have to keep that in mind. I hear cat. I think I hear one. You may have heard the cat mod that my child added to their game for my cats are not chatty right now. Hey, Eva. The French is art for art. I knew what it said. I was trying to say it in French. Or did somebody not know what it meant?
I didn't know what it meant. I had guessed it meant art for art, but I don't speak French.
Yeah.
I couldn't even.
I'm just good at context clues.
I like books to make me cry. I'm sorry, I should have translated it.
Look.
Yeah, fun.
If you like it, then it would be. Then it's fun. Even if it is crying, it's fun.
Yeah.
You're having fun. We're all having fun.
Look. It's not that I thought people wouldn't like books that made you cry, obviously, as that's one of my goals. It was the descriptor of fun and crying and the hate comments my sister sends me that lets me know she in fact did not have fun.
Oh,
but
she
still
enjoyed
it.
She's having fun. Come on.
Yeah, you succeed at breaking my heart.
And
those are the books you remember, the ones that can actually like make you cry with just like words on a page, like no background music, no video, like nothing. Like
there, crying happens when you're overcome with emotions. See, like I said,
see, joy's one of them on there.
Fear, sorrow, grief, love, joy.
One of them on there.
I like books that make me cry. I mean, feel something. Yeah, see, feel something. I still think about the end of All That Glitters and make myself sad. That's like one of the best compliments.
The end of All That Glitters made me go, yo!
That's a unique but valid reaction.
Look,
Glad you enjoyed the clip.
I am not one to cry at a book or show or movie. So when something sad happens, I'm like, that was awesome.
Just becomes a weird sports fan about it.
I was just like,
yo, you be a terrible person. Hey, that murder,
let's
though.
Go!
Am I right? We need, the picture that we should have used for this stream was your the party.
The one where I'm shocked at my frat photo.
Your frat photo.
I am starting to think I might fill the semi-unique niche. I never know how to pronounce that word. Niche. In the writing community as like the sporty author.
the frat bro author.
The frat bro author. That's what I can bring to the table.
Yeah, almost every YouTuber that I see that says that word will either go niche or niche. Because it depends on American or English ways of saying it.
Matt and I speak the same English ways, even when we use British English instead of English, so I feel justified correcting him if no one else. Y'all, you gotta understand, I was like, Matt, when you critique All That Glitters, can you make sure to check if I'm using the English or the UK spellings of things, because I spell catalog this way and apparently the American way is to spell it this way. And he goes, I don't think I can help you because that is also how I spell it. And
I'm not your guy. I'm not your guy.
We were both born and raised here. This was our education system. How are we like this?
Well, I'll tell you why I'm like that, and it's that a certain British child fantasy book series is where I did a lot of my early reading, and they use
I don't have
British words in there, so that'll do it.
I appreciate
this. Oh yes, that's the correct spelling of gray. What do you mean there's an A in it? That's stupid.
The nitpick crew are much appreciated, but also I'm like, damn, now I gotta go back and actually fix things. That's right. That's what you asked. Oof. Basil's rough though. Basil can be hard to germinate or keep alive. So yeah, you can feel better about
I feel good because this is maybe a little mean, but whatever. My mom's basil died too. So I'm just like, look, she's been growing plants for years and she killed her basil. I'm not doing that bad if all I killed was the basil.
See, this is why Matt and I are birthday buddies. Matt, do you not like sorrow? Just me? That's what Fox said. It did sound a little cartoonish.
Wait, what sounded cartoonish?
Yes, give us context, please. The sports game was reading and books all along. Sad books all along. Was reading sad books all along. Matt is the true hype man, confirmed. Will react with hype to the wrong moments. Nonetheless.
From a young age, I've been told that I just need to find some celebrity and just have them hire me as a hype man, because I'll do it. I don't care if it's a good decision, bad decision, whatever. I'll hype you up for it.
So, Hazelnut said gray with an E is for Europe, gray with an A is for America, and that's how I learned to remember the difference.
I know the difference. I just think it's stupid and dumb. I don't think America should have gray spelled that way.
No, but Matt, you're missing it. The E matches the E for Europe.
Yeah.
I just wanted to appreciate the tip.
It is a good tip. It is a good tip. However, it's not one I'll be using because I'm going to spell it with an E until I die.
Tina's British roommate and her Canadian self both pronounce it niche.
Niche, okay.
The cat meow sounded cartoonish. Oh, yeah. It was. Then that was definitely the mod. I am proud I got such a laugh out of that. Yes. My eye is itchy now. So I need y'all to know that my Hulu is being incredibly dumb, and it's all like, even though I'm signed in, it's like, you have the wrong password. And I'm like, what do you mean I have the wrong password? I signed in.
I'm mad at Netflix now because I don't have Netflix anymore because they cracked down on password sharing.
I was about to say, because
Yeah.
You want me to pay for an account? Not on your life, Netflix. I'll see you in hell.
Maybe if you stop canceling series after one season.
I'll see Stranger Things season 5 in hell. Otherwise, don't talk to me.
I'll see it in hell. Otherwise, don't talk to me. I'm trying to solve this issue for my husband so he can watch whatever he wanted to watch.
I am rather broke, so if these streaming services start cracking down, I just won't have TV. You're not getting an account out of me.
You can find plenty of entertainment for free on YouTube. So.
YouTube, TikTok. One subscription service that I do have that I stand behind is Dropout TV. So I have a subscription with them. Love it. We'll happily pay it. No one else, though.
Look, hun, I'm about to reset our password, so it's fine. Again, because I reset our password last week when I wanted to watch something on Hulu.
Hulu's really just like that, I feel like. Like, I've pretty much never had a good time with Hulu.
I have issues with, like, my family changing the password, but I have a notes on my app that has the passwords for all of our equally shared stuff, and I'm just like, stop changing the password because I have it. All you have to do is ask.
Just ask for it, please.
Just the group chat of the family. Just ask.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. Like, you will get no argument here. I don't like American spellings of words. And I even like that the UK spellings throw in an extra U for no reason in words like color. I dig the U. I think it looks nice. Does it do anything phonetically? No. What's it doing there? Looks cool, though.
There's a YouTuber that will compare English and French, and I love it so much.
First of all, though, the French written language, according to my French teacher who lived in France for a good many years, makes no sense when compared to the French spoken language, because whereas most other countries in the world update their written language as their spoken language evolves, French does not. They're just like, no, this is staying here. So they have like entire halves of words that are not said out loud at all. But they just refuse to update the spelling to keep up with their own thingamathing. Spoken word.
Yeah.
Which I find fascinating. I'm like, that is a special level of stubborn. Yeah. Look, context had me like, that is not booch. That's supposed to be both.
Yeah, I was just like, what could that be?
I speak Tina. Yes, love. Well, it's not my food, so ask your sister or your dad.
Oh, I want food.
Oh, he wanted to watch Missing. It's like Unsolved Mysteries, he assumes. Fine, I'll find some other way to bootleg my show.
Yeah, like, hey, I wrote a story about pirates. Let's go. Get that piracy.
I usually go to some not so safe sites, so and it's only for specific things. Not everything.
The gray sites. The gray sites that are legal in other countries, but not ours, because they're based in other countries. Shady. A friend and I split the subscriptions. I have Netflix and Amazon. He has Disney and Crave, Canadian, HBO, basically. My sister and I, so it's kind of funny because my sister lives with our parents, right? For some things, they have their own subscription and then we have our own subscription. But then other things, it's like, hey, we just subscribed to this. Here's the login info. And we share.
Oh, yeah. My family, we all, I use my brother's friend's Disney Plus login. And in return, he got, my parents' Netflix, which now he doesn't. But, We just have this vast network of streaming services where basically it's a group of like 12 of us.
We also we use Vudu for when we buy digital copies of things. And so like every now and then I'll just get a text message that's like, hey, we own this on Vudu now if you want to watch it. And I'll be like, bet. It's like, yes.
My favorite is my Amazon account is linked to my mom's. Mm-hmm. And whenever I'll like rent a movie on there, it takes it from her account, and I just need to remember to like Venmo her $3. But sometimes she'll just be like, "Did you watch that movie?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, sorry."
I use my mom's Amazon account, and like so every now and then like my sister will be like, hey, we rented this, you have this long to watch it, or I'll be like, hey, we rented this, you have this long to watch it. Today, for like the first time, I accidentally, because I was like dealing with a child, bought something on my mom's card and it's being shipped to my mom's house, and I was like, Mom, I owe you $5. And she's like, okay, I don't know why and I don't care. It was like, but Mother, I need to tell you because a package is coming to your house for me. And she's like, oh, okay. But she was just like, whatever, leave me alone. I've always spelled catalog well that way. I have no idea if that's actually the specific word I asked Matt about when because I have always spelled it catalouge, but it's spelled catalog in American English. Sorry, I'm sitting like in the middle of two cushions, and one of my cushions is trying to run away from my ass cheek, so now I have to readjust.
You're fine.
I'm like, stop it. U is a pretty letter, and I like that Canadian English.
No, exactly. Because look, some letters look better than others. U is a good-looking letter.
I agree. Some letters are more aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
Spock said, I think you're French. I'm not French.
I think I'm a little French.
Well, I have French Peruvian for what that's worth, but it's a very small percentage. France threw a bunch of vowels up into the air, saw where they landed, and decided to shove them all together and only pronounce half of them.
And also some X's for some reason. What are they hanging out in there for?
It's primarily like EUX, I think, is one of the big... I forgot. Is it
I think it's EAUX.
Yeah, it might be AU. It's a vowel UX, and you don't pronounce them like ever. I'm from Canada, and comparing French from French and our own brand of French from Quebec is fun. Did Canadian French update with the spoken word? That's what I need to know.
It'd be interesting to know if like that's what the big difference is that Canadian French like actually updated and.
Thank you, JC. She has confirmed you are right. It's AUX. I'm dyslexic, so none of this helps me. It's all confusing.
I'll link that YouTuber that does like shorts comparing the different.
You might have to DM it to me to link it because YouTube only lets mods link things, which I understand from a security point of view, but also so inconvenient. Also,
that's every time I have to take my key out of my pocket to unlock my front door. It's like, I understand why I had to lock it, but come on.
Also, Libby/Overdrive are so good. My library even has a streaming service that connects to my TV for free, but it doesn't have anything I want. I feel that. There's AUX, EUX, and EAUX from what I remember. Yeah, but I think EUX is pronounced as like Devereaux. So I think those get pronounced as like a O, but anytime there's like AUX, it's silent. I could be wrong, though. I took French in high school. I've been out of high school for approximately a century. I, for the life of me, could not learn the difference between mange and mange.
Like the disease that dogs get?
I think so. That's all I can think of. Manges is just the plural of mange. Okay. Is it a French word? Then it might be mange. Matt, does that mean I have the key to the stream comments?
Yes, it does.
You do. If you're speaking in the plural, you use manges. I am assuming it's French.
Oh, but yeah, it is probably French. Not. a random animal disease.
I mean, it could have been.
I was just like, why are we talking about this?
Because of wolves. Because wolves, when they get mange, are unbothered. That's one of the diseases they can get and spread, but are unbothered.
Oh,
interesting.
Good for them.
I took French in high school too. I'm relearning it through. See, I'm trying to do Spanish in Duolingo, but I also have forgotten to do my Duolingo since January, so it's not helping at the moment. Mange means to eat in French. How do you pluralize a verb? I mean, run and runs.
You just get on that Gollum grind and you go, we likes to eat.
We eats, my preciouses. We eats. I was watching The Black Cauldron with my children.
Mm-hmm.
And Gurgi on there is so much like Gollum. I looked up if it was the same voice actor. It's just a pure coincidence. But I was like, bruh. Also, it's funny because me and Mimi were in a work and chill while the children were watching it and stuff, and like Gurgi died, and we were like, man, I hate the part where Gurgi dies. And we're like sitting there, and the children are like, well, he'll be fine. I'm like, no, he just dead. And then at the end of the film, he comes back to life, and I'm like, he didn't die forever.
He's back.
Like me and Mimi were so stunned. Like apparently, we were traumatized by this as children, and just didn't process that he comes back. I felt better because there was somebody who mutually had this experience.
Yeah.
My children were just like, you lied to us. And I'm like, I didn't mean to lie to you. I genuinely thought he was dead. Yeah.
Is it at like the very end of the movie?
It's like toward the end, yeah.
Because I'm like, that kind of happens with kids. They just like leave at the end of the movies and they just don't process after the climax of the movies. They're like, what resolution? What happened at the end?
This child, I was a movie buff as a child. I stayed for the whole thing and then started it over. Would watch 5-6 times in a row.
Yep.
Ending credits, we got to watch all the way through because they have animations. So.
Yeah, I think my issue is just like my mom doesn't watch endings of movies or TV shows. She can't sit that long. She really can't.
I had a very long attention span for a child. I won't forget to lock up tonight, I promise.
Thank you.
If you're speaking about one person eating, it's singular. For multiple people, it's plural. Yeah, see? No, it did not keep up. Canadian French is a monstrosity of linguistic shift and a few English words that make it a dialect. So it's like the Canadian version of American English.
Yeah.
Fair. I eat would be mange. We eat would be manges. Conjugations. That's the word I want.
That is the word.
The conjugations. I was like, run and runs. They're things. And it took me this long to connect what they were. Also, I love that we're having grammar lessons in multiple languages.
And like, it's a write-in YouTube thing, so it works. Grammar works with writing.
Like, you'll always learn something here. Whether what you learn is writing related or not varies, but you always learn something.
Who's to say?
I've never left a movie as a kid either. I got my aunts in trouble because they were watching Tremors when I was a child, and I apparently have never known fear in my life when it comes to movies, because I was like two or three, and they're watching Tremors, which is a 80s horror movie or 90s horror movie. I don't know. It's supposed to be a horror movie, and I was sitting behind them, and apparently, because I don't remember any of this, so I'm just sharing a story that I have heard told about me numerous times. It got to this part where, like, you know, the tremor shoots out of the ground, and I jumped at my aunts, and they screamed, throwing popcorn everywhere. And then, like, we watched the movie together. And apparently, even as a child, I was very good at reading plot beats, because every time a tremor would pop up, I would yell, "Ha ha!" And then eventually I got bored. And so whenever a tremor would explode, I'd be like, hot spaghetti.
Hot spaghetti.
Yeah, hot spaghetti.
The only movie I remember leaving early as a child, it was a matinee showing of Freaky Friday with Jamie Lee Curtis and Lindsay Lohan. And it's because I started choking on a piece of plastic in the middle of the movie, so my mom just chased me out of the theater.
Sounds reasonable.
My mom came home when we were rewinding the movie to watch it again, and she was about to get really mad at my aunt for letting me watch a horror movie because I was a toddler, until I told her to shh, movie starting, and then she sat down and watched it with us, and I entertained her with the haha spaghetti.
Haha spaghetti.
And so my aunts were like, "You got us into trouble, but you got us out of trouble," and I was like, "What I'm here for."
We are even.
Yeah, the only movies or shows that like my mom would walk out of is when we're watching it at home. If we go to a theater and we paid for the tickets, she's like, "You are staying in your seat the entire time. Go to the bathroom beforehand. We're not moving."
Mange and Mons are pronounced the same? Good to know. Thank you. I actually didn't mind watching Tremors. I watched it when I was young too. They look like giant spaghetti-filled worms, man.
Ever seen Tremors?
You've never seen a lot of movies.
I was gonna say there's a lot. I've seen a ton of movies, but there are definitely gaps.
It's okay, me too. I've seen more horror movies that came out when I was a child than that came out when I was a teenager.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how that happened. I think it's because when I was a teenager, they were shifting from monster movies to like slashers, and I just don't care for slashers.
Yeah.
Nope, that's not what I want. Because it's been weeks and weeks since I've heard from Matt, and I was beginning to wonder if he fell off the face of the earth. We shall use a Matt snacking timer.
The Matt snacking. I ate all those.
I will have to mute it though, because it does have the sound of you chewing, and I can't handle that. Yes? Yes, you can do your computer time. You leave the theater seat when your bladder is about to explode for why?
See, like we time it. So like we always eat like dinner or have drinks like sodas and stuff like more than 45 minutes beforehand. And then we'll get sodas right before the movie, so we usually don't have to.
Yeah.
Currently trying to get more donations for my Ko-Fi goal through my Twitter post I posted today and the IG post too. Plus, I'm revising Project Sugar and Spice. Hey, Heather. Yes, that does remind me. I will go forth and fetch it, I think. I still have it. There it is. Yes. So JK is raising money for, I believe it's character art for their upcoming novel, Sugar and Spice. Did I get that right, JK? Let me know. And I have just shared their Ko-Fi link. So if you want to help out with that, it's right there. All right. Bella, would you like to do the countdown?
Sure. 3, 2, 1.
Can we're back. Oh, excuse me.
To be honest, chairs are because
every time I see Matt snacking, I'm struck with how young I look.
Right.
And then I'm confronted with my mortality or lack thereof.
It's kind of funny because I was streaming with Barrett Lowry over the weekend, and we were talking about like he and I are both Virgos. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, yeah, and I have a birthday buddy, Matt Hollon, my regular. I'm like, yeah, he's 8 years my junior, but otherwise we have the same birthday. And then Barrett was like, oh my God, he's that young? He's like acts so much more mature than that. So I don't know if that makes you feel better or worse, but
I'll take it.
You'll say.
I got ID'd over the weekend, and the person ID'd me said I looked 12, and I'm like, aw, thank you.
So how did you two do that sprint?
I did well. I am kind of on a roll, so I'm kind of outlining ahead for D&D, which is good.
I always feel like you can't see the heart when it's in front of me. I'm like, it's just skin color. Bella.
Oh. I kind of did like nothing during that sprint. I like zoned out majority of it.
Feel that.
But I was setting up a coupon code, like for my Etsy shop for Sam's for this. That will be linked.
Coupon code.
Yes, 25% off.
Ooh,
with my already 15% off sale. Summer sale.
I feel special. Mm-hmm. I for part of that sprint, I went and put some funds toward JK's character art, and then I was making very steady progress reading my outline, which I'm kind of rereading part of it that I had already read because I was like trying to scroll through to see where I was, and I read part of this when I had very intense brain fog yesterday. So I'm like, I don't remember reading this. And then I became paranoid about what if I didn't read it right. And so I'm rereading part of it, and I'm like, no, everything's fine. It's like brain fog Sam still knew what she was doing, but I'm almost back to where I was when I had finished reading through the brain fog. But I got very distracted because I have a rock version of Bye 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 from
nice.
Instinct. And the it's a female rock cover, and I've listened to it like a lot of times and stuff, but I glanced down, and out the corner of my eye there's like this guy dressed as a janitor, and he's just like having the time of his life. I'm like, I've never actually watched this video. So I said,
what's this man doing?
The video is great. What it looks like is like they probably had him like dancing and acting and just having the time of his life, and then recorded that, and then also like recorded her singing the song and everything, and then kind of spliced them together with some editing, and it looks phenomenal. And it's so great. There's like one part where he's like dancing, and you just see her just like slide by on a scooter with her like her foot up, and I'm like, they had the best time making.
They're having so much fun.
And so I was like, I have to watch the video. The outline can wait. But then I went back to outlining. So I am almost at the climactic battle. So I say battle like the fights are more than just brawlers brawling. But and here we see a wild Matt in his natural habitat. It is feeding time, and he has decided to have almonds, which is his preferred feeding. Nadia left us, and I waved during the sprint. She's probably asleep by now. And yes, JK is raising money to commission Project Sugar and Spice character art. They're doing a special Juneteenth invo to donate to their Ko-Fi goal. They want to get 50% by the end of June. They're at 38%. So,
nice.
Yeah. Tina just finished panel 1 of the last 3. Bested those goddamn booths in combat.
Yeah.
What we want to hear.
Beat them booths.
just realized it was 4 panels left, not 3. So
you broke even.
Well, now you're at 25% done, so you're good.
Yeah, it's not nothing.
You're still fine.
Tina
I
timer
need to make
cool.
a Tina timer. Do it! Make a Tina timer. I got 4 words and snacked on some popcorn. Fair. 735 words. Woohoo! More plant research on carrots this time.
Oh, I want a carrot so bad. I love carrots.
Bella's Etsy shop with a coupon just for you. It's Sam sale. It's alliterative. That makes me so much happier. Like I was already happy.
It's just to like honor the first time I'm on your like stream, and I'm like just like name it Sam.
I love it. I'm here for it. Just hands. So now I can do D&D planning for the last sprint. Sweet.
You and me both.
You and Matt both.
I beat you to it.
We were almost in sync though. That would have been great. I look between 12 and 16. I feel you, Matt.
For most of my early 20s, I was told, which I loved this because I thought it was so accurate. They said, "You look like an adult playing a teenager in a Disney show."
Why is that so weird?
It was really accurate. Like, all of my early 20s, it's like, huh, so this is what I thought I would look like at 16. And here I am, 22. That's what Taylor meant.
Currently recording a documentary for someone on my phone, so I have to hold it up while recording. Oh man, I hate when you gotta do that. Like, never before do I realize how out of shape my arms are than when I have to hold a phone up.
If you have bad shoulders, it's not a good time.
Yo, I had to like do my hair in a bun, and I told Fox, I'm like my arms are done now. I cannot.
I went to like fashion school, and I had a teacher. Unfortunately, she's now like passed away because she was on the older side. But when I had her, she was my fashion figure sketching teacher. When she sketched, her arm was not on the table. Like her hand her arm did not touch the table. Ooh, and we asked her, how did she build up like this like muscle to do that? First of all, she was like this 5'2", super skinny, always in heels woman.
I love her.
And yeah, she's awesome.
We asked her, and she's like, "Oh, I had a project that I once had to do years ago where I had to do like a mural almost, and I had to draw like this for like hours on end." And I'm like, how?
She's a beast. Yeah. I love her.
Absolute beast.
It was a helpful sprint. I wrote a future scene because I was feeling stuck with where I am at, but I'm done for the night. Nice meeting out, and hope to join for future sprints.
Oh, gosh,
we hope to see you in the future.
See, it's making me cry that
you're
leaving.
So bad. That too. I help the hubby with folding laundry. He says he's my housewife. House spouse. And edited an essay for a scholarship I'm applying to. That sprint is over, but we still have one more sprint in the stream. I have more than one more in us, but the stream has one more in it. Matt has half of one. Don't let him lie.
Yeah. Look, the last stream's hard for me. We know my ceiling, and it's 2.5 sprints.
Just do what Barrett did. Okay, so Barrett, like you, is not an all-nighter. He sleeps early. So he was good, and then like during the last stream, every sprint, he would get closer and closer to being ready for bed. It was just like a slow transition.
Yeah. It's not nothing.
So that's what you do. Just like during the last sprint, just go brush your teeth, get in your pajamas, just be ready. I had a buddy when I was in the military who looked like he was maybe 12 or 13. He has a beard now that he's out of the military, and he still looks 15 with a fake beard.
I'm so afraid to grow this out again because it's just like, oh, I feel like I look like I'm trying. I got ID'd more when I had facial hair than when I didn't because I felt like it looked like like I was trying to sneak in somewhere. Like, oh look, no, I got my beard. I could never be a child.
It's not the puberty wisp.
No.
Our older two, right? So our middle child hit 10 on the 12th. So we officially have 2 preteens now. And our older one will be 12 in October. So we know that puberty is coming and everything. It's on its way. Has like started in various forms. And my husband just goes, "Oh no, our oldest is probably going to be one of those boys that's just got like the patches and the wisp." And I'm like, "You don't know that. Maybe he'll be able to grow a beard." And he just looks at me. He's like, "I don't know." And I'm like, "Our middle one though will have no problems." And he's like, "Oh no, he's going to have that full beard at 12."
At 12. That's funny.
And then our daughter goes, "Can girls grow beards?" And I was like, "Some girls can. I don't think you will be able to, but some can." And she was just like, "I want a beard." And I'm like, "So do I. I'll tell you what, we'll get fake beards together."
Fake beards,
and she was like, she's like, "Maybe." And then I was telling her, I was like, "You know what mommy does? She just takes her hair and ties it in front of her face as a beard." And she was like, "What?" She didn't believe me. So I have to show her at some point. But I'm like, yes, we can achieve a beard somehow.
You can get
even
it.
if not through genetics.
Yeah.
But like our middle one, he's already got so much leg hair. So we have no doubts that one will have beard. The oldest, we'll have to see. I'm rooting for
That's
him.
how it is with me and my brother. I grow facial. At this point, we're like semi-even, but like when he was my age, he could not grow anything. And I can a little bit. So I grow facial hair better than him, is the moral of this story.
We all know how fast Chris grows facial hair, so.
Yeah. Neither of us have a thing on Chris and his face.
They have those neck fans, right? There are 2 reasons Chris cannot use these neck fans. One is he is afraid his beard is going to get caught in the fan, which my dad was like, "That's why you just go with a short beard." Because my dad, too, has a very full beard, but he keeps it short.
Yeah.
And Chris is just like, "No."
Absolutely not.
The other reason is Chris's neck is so thick because of the muscle that it doesn't actually fit around his neck. It's more like a choker. He's like, "They just don't make them big enough for me." I'm like, "I'm sorry." My body's trying to grow a goatee. I do not need this facial hair, as I've been made fun of for having a mustache in high school. I'm sorry. I get like little, like 1 in 2 hairs, and that's the extent of my beard. And like, because there's only 1 or 2 of them, I just find them extremely annoying, and I pluck them out, but they always come back. Always.
Yeah, spot. Me and my mom have the same. And it's always because like they're so much stiffer than the others. And once I notice them, once I feel them, I'm like, I cannot move my hand away.
Yeah, I just can't get rid of it. It's like, I'll just sit there. I will not be able to function until it is gone. I have a pair of tweezers next to my toothbrush specifically for those hairs, and no one's allowed to move those tweezers. So I was like, I will go mad.
I bought a set of like tweezers and nail clippers because everybody kept moving the ones that were in the bathroom, and I'm like, I need my own, or else I will never be able to use one.
Yes, there shall be 1 more sprint. 1 more 20-minute sprint. Tina has the tiniest mustache, and she loves it. I love your mustache for you. I'm jealous. I would like a mustache. I just get those weird little like peach hairs that feel more invasive than anything.
Yeah.
Especially if I like get a breakout like right here, and then the hairs are like right around it, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" I can't tell if my children are okay or not. I think they are.
Are they talking? Like, are they still making noise?
Yeah, that's not what I mean. I mean, like, because every now and then there will be a spike in anger, and then it's like gone again. So I'm like, "Are we doing all right? Are we just momentarily raging?
Yeah, just like,
what's going on over there?
What's over there? What's over there?"
Yeah, my mom usually worries for her kids when we stop making noise, and I'm like, "Are they making noise? If they are, then they."
Thankfully, we're past that age. We are past the age that silence means flowers all over my floor.
Yeah.
Now the silence usually just means they're like switches and TV on. especially since Toktik came out, that is like my middle child will just shut himself in his room and you will hear nothing from him for hours. And you like go there, you knock on the door, you're like, hello, and he opens it and he's like, hi. And you're like, hi, how's it going? He's like, good. Are you okay? Yeah. All right. And then he just like wide eyes, big smile, shuts the door. You're like, what are you doing in there? Are you brewing meth? Like, what the fuck, child?
Brewing?
That's like how he acts. He acts so shady, but he's just playing Tears of a Kingdom, and you're like,
are you though?
Are you? Let me check under the bed.
He just shares my love of being suspicious when you're not doing anything wrong.
I think he does.
I love doing that. I love to be in a situation and just kind of like, I haven't done a single thing, but then I just go and kind of like shimmy away, and everyone's like, did you do something? And I'm like, no, I didn't.
What are you talking about?
Child? And to contrast, his older brother, like, is just super paranoid. So, like, he will have done nothing, but then, like, you ask him what he's doing, and he acts as if he's already in trouble. And he's like, what? Huh? What? No,
I haven't done anything. What are you talking about?
I'm like, child. I was about to say, it's when the kids go silent that it means something's wrong. Oh, if you have a gamer for a kid, the silence just means you might have to pull them out of a trance every few hours. Exactly. That, or like when there's the rise in the anger, you gotta be like, okay, was that the game or are they fighting? Because we're still getting to a co-op being, well, co-op's fine, but it's the versus that they gotta be civil at.
Yep. Oh gosh, the amount of screaming as a result of Mario Baseball for the GameCube in my childhood. That's the best game ever made, and I need them to port it over to the Switch because I don't have a GameCube anymore.
One day.
But best game ever made.
So far, the emulators on the Switch, I think they've gotten everything up to the GameCube. So I'm hoping they do the GameCube soon.
Yeah. I desperately need it.
My children now have access to, like, almost all of the Zeldas. No, I think they have access to all the Zeldas now because our mom gave us her old Wii U. And we have Wind Waker and Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword on the Wii U. So I think they can play everything now. I get mad at my monster. I have heard that's a frustrating game. Oh my gosh, Sam, yes, my daughter screams at the game when she's losing. And I'm like, do you know that you or that they can't hear you, right? Like your anger isn't hurting them. I'm not one to talk because I do yell at the game. I was like, look here, you son of a bitch.
No,
so,
if my future children ever are like screaming at a video game, I'm gonna just be like, I'm with you, man. It is cheating.
That's my grandmother.
I'll yell with you.
My grandmother, if we're beating her at Mario Kart, then we're cheating. And you're like, you shoe. Just, you gotta be real good at dodging shoes.
My family was more into, there were two versions of games that my family played. It was either those Xbox dance games.
Ooh, yeah.
Or board games. Because my family grew up with like a lot of kids in the house and there weren't enough controllers to go to everybody. So instead of fighting over who plays, we fought over the game of like Monopoly and card games. Still ended up with fighting, but
yeah, they are surprisingly more chill when it comes to board games. We like have no problems with board games.
I was the same way. Like my family growing up, like we would all get mad at video games, but then board games were all just super civil. Me and my sister had a game of Monopoly that just went on for the whole summer, one year.
So my youngest sister is 8 years younger than me.
Mm-hmm.
And me, her, my cousins, my other sister who's only a year younger than me, we would all play like Monopoly. We stopped playing because the youngest would get really upset when she was losing, partly because she was playing with people who were 7+ years older than her.
Yeah. That youngest sibling fight.
So, like, and my cousin loves tormenting her. It is his only goal in life is to torment her.
Mm-hmm.
And especially in Monopoly games.
Be like that. So my husband hates Monopoly, but I didn't know that for the longest time because like we would play Monopoly with like our old housemates and stuff, and we own like 4 or 5 versions of Monopoly, and I love playing Monopoly. So I'd be like, "Hey, let's play Monopoly," and he's like, "No, I hate Monopoly," and I'm like, "Then why do we own so many versions?" He was like, "Because Ninja Turtles."
We would buy the Disney versions because my mom used to work for Disney. So sometimes somewhere in one of our storage locations, we have, I think it's a Muppets version.
That's cool. Have y'all heard of the game Villainous?
Mm-mm.
No.
So yes, I know you have. So So Disney has this game called Villainous where you play as the Disney villains, and like each villain basically has their own mini board game. And what you're doing is like each player is a villain, and you've got your own deck and your own goals and stuff. And the whole thing is you have to try to succeed in your goals before any of the other villains succeed in theirs, and you can use like fate cards and stuff to try to like fuck over the other villains.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's also a Marvel edition. Chris owns the Marvel edition. I buy my mom every expansion of Villainous like when they come out. Except for somehow the most recent one like went under my radar until my sister reminded me this weekend, and I was like, I'm ordering it now. I'm not gonna forget again. So Sunday on Father's Day, my mom calls me and she's like, I just got my game. Thank you. I'm like, oh, I was sleeping. I'm like, you're welcome, Mama. She's like, we'll set up a day next week to play it. And I'm like, sounds good. But that's also in part because this one has Mad Madam Mim, which is like my mother's favorite villain of all time. So I don't remember the other 2 villains in the expansion. They're not important. So the marvelous, mischievous Mad Madam Mim. Monster Hunter is Hazel's venting game. Donkey Kong Jr. Beats was the one my siblings and I would all scream over. Monopoly is a friendship ruiner, along with Mario Kart. Bro, my youngest at Mario Kart, like we play Mario Kart with Fox, and I don't know how Fox is so good at Mario Kart. It's like inhuman. But my daughter can give him a run for his money on certain tracks, and this is flabbergasted. That's me when I'm playing Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated online or Toontown Rewritten online.
We used to play like Mario Kart when it was with like the Wii.
We need to, in my server, set up a game day again. A lot of us have like Switches and stuff, and
Mario Kart would be fun. I love Mario Kart.
I need to destroy Matt in Mario Kart just for the principle. I suck at Mario Kart, but I'm gonna try. You should see my younger brother.
But see, I'm curious to see what your suck at Mario Kart looks like, because like you are definitely in more of a gamer family than I was. Like my family and growing up, it was always just like, oh yeah, we casually play video games. To where like
I'm third generation.
Yeah, so where I'm like, I wonder if like you saying you suck at Mario Kart, I feel like there's a decent chance you're still better than me at Mario Kart. I'm just used to being good at Mario Kart because I play other casual Mario Kart players.
He needs like a baseline. Like we got to set like a baseline.
To be fair, I don't actually think I'm that good at most video games. I think I'm a pretty average gamer, except Zelda. I excel at The Legend of Zelda. Like to the point recently, my husband just looks at me at random for no reason. He's like, you know, you're really good at Zelda. You're like better than me, especially like with the battle system. And I'm just like, thank you. What did I do?
No, it's funny.
No problem, JK. Let me get caught up on chat real quick.
Yeah,
because
for sure.
Again, I'm farther behind than I like being. And that's no problem. It's all good. That's why I answered you in text. I figured you were multitasking or something. I highly recommend it if you like board games. Might be 2 hours late, but I'm here. Don't worry, we got one more.
We got another sprint in us,
so you're still here. Let the party begin. Yep, better late than never. I'm sorry, Ty, that Ko-fi and Discord are being mean to you. I would like to join the server. I think Tina linked it. It's via my $1 membership on Coffee. Game day, tabletop simulator. Yes, let's do it. There's a children's Monopoly that simplifies. Ooh, I'm gonna have to look for that. Yep, there it is. I didn't meet Mario Kart until 2020.
Oh no!
All right, but how has the relationship been since then? That's what we need to know. I always end up either starting off terrible and winning, or starting off great and bombing hard at Mario Kart.
The latter is how my brother consistently will play Mario Kart. He'll be doing well, gets hit by one blue shell, and it's just done for the race. I'm like, dude, you got to be able to recover.
Fox said, "Don't slander me. I only got caught up to by her when I was using random setups." Okay, but she still did better against you than the rest of us, and she's only 8. So better watch out, Uncle Fox. She's coming for you. I'm 26, and I have still never played Mario Kart.
You gotta get on it.
I only played with my mother, husband, and 5-year-old, so I dominate. It's fair. I'll stay away from your game nights. Aw, it's all right. Is that server entry fee a one-time thing, or do I have to get it? It's a $1 a month, so it's a membership.
Or a $12 payment if you do it like that. Or
I could allow that.
$120 decade payment. And
okay,
if you want the whole century, look, you're an immortal. You got to offer century memberships.
You know,
$1,200.
I'll allow it.
And Ko-fi. You're in there for 100 years.
Sam's World just carries over to one of her kids, and they just continue on with it.
I'll be like, look,
and who knows what inflation will look like at that time? You know, maybe that'll be a steal. So jump on.
You know what? That's fair. If you do a decade, I'll knock off $10.
How much will you knock off for a century?
100.
100?
I feel that's fair.
If you want 1,000.
Matt. Although, for real, if anybody wanted to do a one-time payment for a year, you can do a $12 payment. I'll allow it. That's fine with me. Wow, 10 months free. Hey, normally you only get 1 or 2 months free, so...
Yeah, I mean, not nothing. But no,
my brain paused because So what happened was I was reading this interaction and I did just fine until Nia said no, and then I was like, where was the word she was correct? And my dyslexia just refused to notice she said knee instead of no, and it broke me. Yeah. My stream is the free trial.
Yes. It's the
more
chat room is like this, but more nonverbal and more text.
And less Matt, though, unfortunately.
And less. Yeah. I mean, I'm there. I'm just not there.
You're there in spirit.
That's why I said less Matt. Well, he pops in every now and then, shares his task list, and then disappears again.
Yeah.
He's like, hey guys, this is what I'm gonna try to do, and then
on
we
the
never know.
full moon, I drop in and go, gonna do this today, and then I disappear into an ethereal mist.
He's a were writer.
Yeah.
He just pops up to look like a writer on the full moon, disappears. See, Matt, this is what happens when I don't hear from you for weeks. I go into roast mode.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's fair.
It's how I deal with missing you.
Honestly,
I process my emotions.
Honestly, I haven't been roasted very much this last month, and it's going to my head. Like, I need some people to knock me down.
Only I can have an overinflated ego in this group.
Well, you and Fox.
Wait, what's the $10 Fox tax? Fox said I let almost anyone in for a year for a $10 Fox tax.
Paying him?
Like if you pay Fox $10, he'll.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Like if you slide the $10 to Fox instead of me. Rude. I'm trying to finish the first book for Game of Thrones.
I assume.
Almost done. Nice.
Good luck.
No worries. I just assume they're built into these chats sometimes. Okay, yeah. Definitely got to be Game of Thrones. What is this we're discussing? I left for 5 minutes. It depends on when you came back.
I was going to say, what are we discussing? We've been kind of pinballing a little bit. I think what we were discussing when Lisa came back was someone had asked if my Discord was a one-time payment or a membership. I was saying it was a monthly dollar membership. And then Matt said reasonably that you could pay $12 for just a year and not have to worry about it. And then kept going a decade and a century and a millennia.
Yeah.
And then there was a free trial and, we were just having a good time. I had planned to catch the second one and kept checking. Fair. Book 1 so far, yes. The Cryptid of AuthorTube. I never went beyond book 1. Eva, you get special shoutouts. I was here and then away. I missed shoutouts. Oh, you mean little orange highlights. Cryptid of AuthorTube, your Discord. That's it. Okay. Yep. All right, everybody caught up. No, we were about to do the sprint. I've got the thingy. I need everyone to know I am.
Yeah.
So we always do far more talking than we do sprinting, but that's how it's designed. It's not a mistake. Yeah. I'm an outgoing extrovert. This is my adult interaction for the week.
Yeah, we're not on the clock.
That's not 100% anymore. Because of my Discord, I now get adult interaction daily, but I still value the adult interaction here so much. Especially since once a month, this is the only time I talk to Matt sometimes.
That's true.
It's not just your fault, though, Matt. I literally have harass, motivate Matt on Mondays, and I haven't talked to you on Monday for a while. So
I'm like wrapping up my training for the new job, and then I should be. Also, like, once I get put in my new office, I won't have my manager seated right next to me and will feel a lot better about getting on my phone and texting people while at work.
Yeah.
So I'll be able to message during the day.
That's kind of why I'm hoping to get a night job as like a receptionist.
Oh, nice. That would be nice.
Unfortunately for you, Ariadne, Cody isn't here. It is me and Matt, and we are Virgos. Therefore,
Virgo, yeah. I don't know many Pisces.
Heather's also a Virgo. We've got Cody.
Yeah, like I know Cody, and he's like the only Pisces I know.
Same, but
I'm Cancer. Born in July.
That is also a Cancer. Oh, that means your birthday's coming up.
Yes, it is. Exactly 1 month from today.
Pisces and Cancer are probably the two signs where I feel like I know like none.
Fox said, yes, pay me, not Sam, and you're in. Not above undercutting you. I'll allow it because you make my graphics and I don't pay you. So. All right. I will do our countdown because we got to get this show on the road. 3, 2, 1, go.
That's how they should start all NASCAR races, is saying, let's get this show on the road.
And we're back. How did everybody's final sprint go?
I finished the prep for next session, and they might not actually get to meet the bad guy next go around because I introduced a combat that I really want to do instead. So I might just do some fighting instead.
Sweet.
Nice. I was working on some more mug ideas because I wanted to get some of those done related to Halloween. And I think I have 4 autumn-related ones, and I'm currently working on the 3rd Halloween one.
Ooh, sweet. Bella, what's your favorite season?
I think I prefer autumn and that season. Why?
I once made a how well do you know Sam quiz, and in it I was like, what is my favorite season? And I used autumn as opposed to fall. And one of my friends was like, I didn't know, but I guessed because only people who favor autumn use the term autumn over fall.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
And ever since then, if I hear somebody say autumn, I'm like, what's your favorite season?
It's autumn, isn't it? And here I am calling it fall. It's not my favorite season.
Summer is your favorite. That's
Summer is my favorite. Although I do love fall too. Fall is number 2.
Also, if you like the Virgo timer, Writing Violet has a timer for all 12 of the Western zodiacs and a lot of other fun timers. I also let chat know my husband was mean to me. Ava told me I liked it and then was like, but we don't support toxic. So what happened was I went to say goodnight to Chris and used the bathroom, and he showed me a puppy that's a red-nosed pitty, which I love red-nosed pit bulls now. And the puppy will be old enough and stuff to adopt from a rescue on Saturday. And it's very mean of him because we have agreed not to even start looking at puppies until we come back from our vacation.
Well, now it's his fault.
Well, yeah, we're still not getting the puppy until after because my mom's leg is injured, and I won't abandon the puppy for a weekend, and 2, I don't want my mom to have to deal with a puppy. But we are definitely getting a puppy because my dog, our other dog, she's not living the solo dog life to her best life. She's not enjoying it quite as much, so we're getting her a puppy. But she just has to be patient, especially since my middle child came out to me today and he's like, Mom, Vi's not eating as much as she usually does. And I'm like, Vi, you can't be this obvious. You're gonna make the children worry. So
yeah, my mom, while she was at work, one of her coworkers sent out an email to some of them
because we love the support.
About a friend of theirs whose cat had a small litter, and they were obviously still waiting for the litter to with their mom to grow old enough to be adopted. And my mom sent me this email and sent me the cute baby photos, cute kitty photos. I think I shared some of them in the chat of the kitties in the teacups.
Oh yes, I remember those babies.
Oh, they're so cute. My sister ended up getting one though. My sister came home for my graduation and she went back to Arizona and she brought one home with her.
Kelly made herself a snack. Tina put on PJs, gave the bunnies a treat, and is slowly heading to bed. Spilled some chamomile tea all over the kitchen. That's a new way to use chamomile tea to soothe yourself to sleep, I suppose. Cleaned it, and now I have tea and my planner and have gotten cozy. Yeah.
Nice.
Poured myself a glass of wine and sang Fiona Apple while sitting on the floor. Fair. Early spring is my favorite season. My daughter's name is Autumn. Ooh, interesting.
I'm sorry I cringed at early spring, but that might be my least favorite.
Look, before we went live today, he was complaining that summer hasn't been hot enough for him. Just to give everyone context.
Like, it has been in like the 70s all June. No. Give me 95.
I love early autumn here in Appalachia. It's gorgeous. I love the summer. Spring's my favorite.
I'm okay with the gloomy spring. I'm okay with it.
I am meant to live an equatorial life. Put me on the equator.
Fall's my favorite.
The seasons should be wet and dry, not none of this cold business.
I did little admin work and also took my night pills. I don't know, it kind of sounds like he loves you or something. Wait, who loves who?
My guess is Chris loves you.
I mean, he loves me very much, but I don't know what context this was. Figured out how my current homebrewed world would deal with space travel, how space travel develops, and the political situation with various countries that have colonies on the moon. Nice. Figured out how my homebrewed world got to the point it was exploring space. Sweet. Pupperino, so exciting. We're going to Tennessee this weekend, and there's a doggo at the rescue I'm kind of hoping is still there when we get back, but if he gets a home, then it's not meant to be. Fair. Whereabouts in Tennessee, can I ask? Just because I'm a Tennessean, so I'm curious. I want a dog for my dog. Yes, my dog needs a puppy. I'm content with only one dog for the time being. Because, like they're both mine and my husband's dogs, but, we each had one, and when we were looking for dogs, like after we bought our house and we were looking for dogs, I saw Nabby's picture, and she was like older than we wanted, but I just saw her and I was like, that's my dog. That is the dog we are getting. We paid far more for her than I ever wanted to pay for a dog because it was a small rescue. It was a small no-kill rescue. So, but we got her. And Vi, who they had been at the same shelter in Georgia, and the person who got them in our city had gone down to Georgia, taken Nabby out of a kill shelter, and then also saw Vi and took her too. And so they were together since they were a couple weeks old, and they are our dogs. Well, you're welcome for the sprint and promoting. I will promote everybody's stuff. You just let me know it needs to be promoted. I'll promote the hell out of it. And the political situations of the various planet-based countries. Sweet. Got some brainstorming done. I'm trying to go fast through because I know we're getting toward that 3-hour mark, and Matt probably needs to sleep. I'm not shading Matt. Just genuinely out of concern, he needs to sleep. 95. No, anything above.
I'll give it to me. Cowards.
The way you said that. Oh, give it to me. I'm like, Matthew, the stream has no age rating, but still.
The issue with summer is that when it gets hot, it gets to 103, 110 sometimes. So
when we hit triple digits, I'm like, all right, this is excessive.
Yeah.
My AC keeps it a solid chilly temp here, like a cave, but a home. That's fair. Your husband said he's mean to me for showing me a puppy. I was being oh, okay, yeah. See, he's baby animal crazy. You show him any baby animal and he wants it. I love warmth, but I don't know. It's gotten too hot in the summers lately. When we first, I was like, I don't really want another puppy, or at least I don't want another one for a while. The only reason we even brought it up was because of how Vi was acting, and he was okay with that. He's like, I do better with cats anyway. But then, once I said we're gonna need to get Vi a puppy, now he's all puppy crazy. I'm like, oh yeah, you don't really want another one, do you? The med come just remind me that I have not taken mine yet. Ooh. Yes, do it. Southeast area, I want to say, but I'd have to pull up the map. Gotcha. I am nowhere near Southeast. I like duskin in early spring. It's so cool to recognize how fast it changes to later and later in the day. It's still doing that, but we're closer to midsummer. Yeah. Tina's Arts and Comics. Go find Tina there. I love doggy adoption stories. So do I. Warms my heart. And see, the thing is, the rescue that has the pity puppy is the same rescue my mom, I didn't even read this before I started talking, is the one that my mom got her 2 dogs from. So it's like, Well, Matt, there was that roasting session.
You know why I need a roasting session? Because the weather's not roasting me like it's supposed to be doing right now.
Should I roast you hotter? My kid came home with a goldfish from the carnival. Fair. 2 fish, 2 cats, 1 dog. We got to even that out. You do. You need 1 more dog.
Yeah.
So we have had like 2 dogs with like really interesting adoption stories. Like we didn't get
these comment and then tell us your thing. So my rationale is that you can put more clothes on when it's cold to warm up, but there's only so much you can take off to get cool.
I mean, you can take a lot.
Not everyone wants to be naked, Matt.
No, I know. Like, you gotta wear something, but like, I don't know.
I should have fucked up with my daily passes.
You can wear minimal clothing, and it's really not doing anything to warm you at that point. It's just a modesty thing. It's just to cover up. Yeah. It's not providing like comfort from the elements.
Tell us your adoption stories. We understand, Matt. You're pro-nudist.
So we've had lots of pets at my house. My mom is really much a pet person, but almost all of them have interesting stories, at least in my lifetime. One of them, we had a pit bull who my mom's old boss's friend found, and then it somehow ended up in my mom's hands. And then we've had 2 smaller dogs on separate occasions. So my mom and my dad are separated, but for a period of time, my dad would travel around like camping and stuff. And on one of his trips, he was going to visit some place for a friend of a friend who had passed away. And while he was there, he met a homeless person who had larger dogs and couldn't keep all of them. And then they had this small one, and my dad's like, sure, I'll take the small one. And he comes home and drops the dog with my mom, and he's like, cool, I'm going camping again. I'm like, you got the dog. My mom's like, you got the dog, and somehow it ended up staying here. The other one, which I have laying right over there, my dad went on another camping trip, had a guy that he had like made friends with in a nearby camping space. And then the cops came and arrested the guy. And he told my dad, here, take my dog. Take care of him.
Well, I'm going to jail. Love my dog for me.
He got dogs the way that Ash Ketchum gets Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like,
weirdly accurate.
He got dogs in cutscenes instead of in like life.
Yeah, absolutely.
We got all 3 of our cats from various bird feeders downtown. All of them got stuck. I already answered this in text. Sprint happened. Now we're winding down. I'm in southeast. I don't know anymore. But my house stays cold. AC on 69, and I'm freezing. That's fair.
I think that's exactly what my AC is set at as well. I might have bumped it up to 70. I don't know. Look, I like a cold inside, but
Eva also answered.
Warm outside.
My husband uses that rationale as well, so my house is freezing. Matt, you're hilarious. This is why you should follow his TikTok, his Instagram. His Twitter is wild. This is by far the wildest social media. Also, his brother responds to him a lot on Twitter, and that's just entertaining to watch. So,
do they have sibling interactions in public?
Yeah,
yes, but not the same way Tina and her brother do in the server. They're just like, sometimes his brother will go off on whatever weird tangent Matt's going on, and they're like perfectly in sync. And then other times his brother is just like, no. In no way.
I love when I tweet something and he just comes in and shuts it down. He goes, hey, we're not doing that. And I'm like, all right.
It's especially funny to me because his brother's name is Sam. So then I just see Sam Hollon, and I'm like,
and I think you guys are pretty similar age.
Possibly. How old is your brother?
He turns 31 in a month.
I'm like a couple years. Okay, yeah. If he will be 31, I will be 33, so I'm 2 years older. So yeah.
Yeah.
This when Matt said, "I mean," taking off clothes.
Like,
Telling you, he's pro nudist.
I mean,
Give me
okay,
autumn weather
okay.
any day, Matt.
I'm just saying.
Matt has such impulse, or the inability to control his impulse when it comes to arguing. He's great. I like to have on him. That's why he and CB, like, except when he and CB get going, I can't breathe, so I can't stop them or rein them in.
Yeah.
I like to have on heavy clothes. I wear a hoodie inside my house, and most of the time, and I don't like to be hot unless I am doing something to justify it. So it's chilly in here. Adjust blanket. Yeah, I turned the AC on because it was getting hot in here. Because like garage gen. So
I have like a thick, soft comforter that I sleep with all the time.
Same, Eva. Let me tell you. Also, same, Bella. Like, I am in fuzzy pants and a shirt and a robe, and like I will start freezing and put on a blanket, and like my middle and my youngest are just running around in like the thinnest pajamas ever, and I'm like, how? Why? I love rescuing dogs. We actually finished our maze fostering process. My grandma was like, you could get a slightly older dog, and I was like, maybe. If Vi had been the one to pass, because Nabby just loved other dogs, but Vi, I feel like I have to get another puppy, or she's just gonna hate them no matter what. Like, I have to get her a puppy. So, all 3 of our 4-legged pets came from the local shelter system. Yeah, we bought the beta. Fish. People are sharing what they. I don't do. Well, what about Twitter, JC? Do you follow his Twitter? Matt, share your TikToks to Twitter. The world needs to know.
Yeah.
Or you can share them to the Instagram.
I should share them to the Instagram. To do that, I'd have to start making TikToks again. I haven't made one in like a month.
You got a backlog to share.
Yeah. There are various different apps that you could just like go in and take that TikTok thing on.
Let me tell you, Tina's so good at like shelling my Discord right now, because there's somewhere she's like, watch my brother lightly roast me in the Sam's realm. It's right there. Thank you, Hazelnut. Woohoo! Oh, I was like, why did Kofi tell me 3 times? It's because Kofi did it on Twitch and YouTube. Haha. Clothes are a social construct. No pants, no problem.
Okay, I'm not saying that we all need to go around, you know, with our nothing on. But what I am saying is that there are plenty of articles of clothing that obscure, that are loose and thin, and don't really provide you much warmth. You know, like I can wear.
Comment, Matt?
Yeah, you gotta have a little something on, but it can be just a little something.
All right, you have to share it to Twitter too. JC is also not on Instagram. So for JC, you have to figure out how to share it everywhere.
Short, loose shorts, a thin, loose shirt. You're basically, from a heat standpoint, you got nothing on. You're just legally naked.
You're just legally naked.
Or no, you're legally clothed, and you're practically, from a functional standpoint, pretty naked.
What about sun damage, Matt? What about sun damage?
Know
you who just recently got burned.
Yeah.
Wait, you know what? See, what happened was, this is normal for you.
Something. Wait, we're gonna die young.
Did you say it's like gloomy at where you're living?
Yeah.
How did you get sunburned when it's like cloudy?
Well, because it wasn't gloomy on Saturday.
That's how whitey is.
Okay.
On Saturday it was sunny, and so I spent the entirety of Saturday outside.
Okay.
What about in Matt's world, everyone is accepted as being very little dressed. This is Matt's world.
It just gets so hot where I am sometimes. We've had like power outages because of heat. So
yeah.
Like planned rolling power outage.
When I was this is why I like heat.
Hold on. See, the problem is this kind of conversation. We could have started with it today. This is really just normal.
Yeah.
Pretty privilege is great. Eva thinks you're pretty.
Aw.
The problem with heat is that when I sweat like a pig. All right, y'all.
So we gotta just get cooler with sweat as a society. Everyone sweats. We gotta just get cool about it.
Do your outro.
Yes.
You have to go to bed. I'm momming you now.
I have work in the morning.
The last thing before your outro is that Fox said, I may not always agree with Matt, but I do think he should be the one to lead your country.
You know, I agree. I think I should be in charge of some things, and there should be some people to check me, but I should just have some ideas. Okay, so I am Matt Hollon. I'm a dark fantasy author working on my debut dark fantasy novel. I'm also the author of The White Harvester, which is a pirate short story where, coincidentally, it's nice and hot there. And it is available.
As white as you, Matt. Sorry, I couldn't resist.
It is available for purchase in Sasha Black's The Rebel Diaries anthology alongside 12 other fantastic short stories. You can also follow me on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter. Links to everything, including the Rebel Diaries, are hanging out in my link tree down below. And you can find me 1 to 2 times a month on this very channel. Where there's no nudity.
It's no nudity. Bella.
Hi all, I'm Bella. I'm a aspiring author currently working on my debut novel titled Alina, which is a fantasy romance story based on the idea where there's an angel on one shoulder and on the other, guiding and tempting humans, or guiding humans through life. I have a link tree down below, and it's got all my links for various different social medias, which I'm going to do a revamp on. But the link for my Etsy shop, which was somewhere previously, Tina might redo it, will give you an exclusive sale, an exclusive code on my Etsy shop for the mugs only, named Sam Sale, specifically for me being on this stream for the first time ever. Yeah.
Tina's got all the links.
Tina providing all the links tonight.
Yeah. She's starting to collect them. She's starting to collect them so that when different people come on, she could just pop them in.
Ooh. We love it.
And I am writing Mom Smith and Ellen Nessa on my channel. I talk about writer things, parent things, and writer parent things. I am also an ancient immortal of mysterious and unknown origins, who encourages all the chaos that happens here because we're here to have a good time and get some work done. You can find me at all my links down below. Check out my website, sign up to my newsletter, perhaps join my membership in my Discord where we have a great time in there as well. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Thanks for having a good old time with us. And I hope you got a chuckle today. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Blessings.